Here's the list that we'll be covering in this channel. Now, the list is in real life content.
Hey, yo, how'd you get in there, bro? You been stalking me?
Nah, I'm just playing, bro. Hey, welcome back. Welcome back. You know what I'm saying? It's time to chef it up. We're about to make fucking sourdough, you know what I'm saying? Real life jet lag in that motherfucker. This motherfucker done poof. First things first, let's wash our goddamn hands. Nah. Step 2, we're about to feed the motherfucking sourdough starter. Now, low key, I ain't got a name for him. Let's see, what we gonna call him? We're gonna call him Jeff. Nah. We're gonna call him Jitling number 1. Nah. This guy is Peter Parker now. I'm not sure what I'm doing here, honestly, but I guess I was given a script. Welcome to the JumboJandro Index. That cobweb you just saw is actually a gluten network. When flour and water mix together, two proteins combine to create this stretchy little change running through your starter and or dough, almost like a net. That net is what traps CO2 bubbles from fermentation, aka just the things that actually make your bread fluffy instead of a hard rock. More kneading, stronger network, which between you and me, he probably should have done a little bit more of. Step 1, we gotta feed this motherfucker, bro. This motherfucker hungry. To feed sourdough starter, we'll keep it real simple, you know what I'm saying? You feed it 1 to 1 to 1. So the first one is sourdough starter, then the second one is flour and water. So you just do equal parts, you know what I'm saying? It's pretty easy. All right, take that back. First, second step is actually clearing this motherfucker out of what's currently in here. So I fed it like 100 grams in total, so I'm about to take that out and then, yeah, then we're gonna move on to the next step. Okay, once it's out, and now we're gonna feed him. You see how it's negative 100? Oh, we just gotta get it back up to 100, and that's it. I'm a chemist. Boom. That's simple. Now I just mixy, and boom. Just like that. That's it. You're done feeding, bro. He can put his nightcap on. Make sure to put his nightcap on. Boom. So, step 4. Boy, my boy just got fed. He wants to eat in peace, man. He wants to sleep. We let this motherfucker go rest. Now, guess what? It's goddamn 11, so I'm gonna go rest as well. I'll catch you guys in the morning. Goddamn, it's stinky in that mouth. Good morning. Look at this guy. He's huge now, you see? Yeah, so that's not magic. Your starter is basically a colony of yeast and bacteria that you've been keeping alive by feeding it water and flour. When you feed it, the yeast eats the sugars in the flour and releases CO2 gas as a byproduct. And just like us after we eat, the gas gets trapped and the whole thing puffs up. Don't worry though, the starter's gas ain't as stinky as yours. We're gonna make the sourdough. Yeah, let's get to it. Alrighty, it's time to cook. But first, let's spawn in the ingredients because I don't see none here. Alright, so we're gonna be following along this recipe. So yeah, let's start with our water and sourdough. Alrighty, now we add some salt. Alrighty, now you could get fancy and use whatever tools you want, but the best tools you got is your hands. Now, again, make sure you wash your hands before this, of course. Boom. Once it's mixed around, now we add our flour. Alrighty, now we got our dough. You can get fancy with it. You could use a tool or something, but I'm gonna use my hands. And it's a nice little arm workout from what I've heard. So yeah, let's get to it. Boom. And now that it's done, oh yeah, I added craisins just because I wanted to. But yeah, now that it's done, just like the sourdough starter, you want to cover this motherfucker. You know, he wants to go to bed. He wants to relax. So cover it with a towel. Yeah, and I'll see you guys in 30 minutes. Ding, ding, ding. All right, you may be wondering why I look like a nerd, but don't I always low-key? I'm still on work shift, so.
It's time. It's time to do first step of stretch and folds. Now, Loki ain't that great at explaining it, so we're gonna get a nice little voiceover while I do the first stretch and folds. Keto, wet your hands so you can so the dough doesn't stick to you.
That's right, leave the voiceovers to the professionals. So the idea of stretch and folds is simple. You grab one side of the dough, stretch it up as far as it'll go without tearing, and fold it over itself. These stretch and folds are how you build that gluten network we talked about earlier by organizing the gluten in that folding pattern. You do that on all four sides, and that's one set. What you're watching right now is technically correct. Technically. I mean, the dough did survive, I guess, so that's a win.
Boom. Just like that, the dough's looking nice and folded and stretched. You know what I'm saying? Alrighty, so we're gonna put the nightcap back on. And we're gonna repeat that like 2 or 3 times. So yeah, see you guys in a bit. It's all done now. 30 minutes have passed. So now guess what? It's fun time, bro. We get to play around with this shit. Now we get to shape it. Voila. Alrighty, step 1, you wanna make sure you flour your surface first of all, you know what I'm saying? And your hands, so they don't stick. Now, we pull out the dough. Oh yeah, and if you hear the air fryer, your boy's hungry, man. I'm trying to eat lunch. Take it out. Boom. You don't want to rip it. You just want to stretch it out. You want to make it almost like a square. Oh, look at that. I didn't flour heavy enough. Yeah, so you almost want to pull it and like let it stretch itself out almost. I think that's pretty good, honestly. Now, as you guys can see, we got the craisins in this motherfucker, but if you guys want to add more toppings, we can add more. I got some of these frozen blueberries and like it's a berry mix or something or whatever. I don't fucking know. So we're gonna put some in here. You're gonna fold into thirds. So you're gonna fold this over, right? And if you want, you can add more here. I don't know, this is just what I seen. So I'm just gonna put shit in here and hope this shit works. Boom. And you fold back over. Yeah, I didn't flour this area. Whoops. Once you got that, you can also add a little bit in here. I'm just gonna add just a tad because I'm not too sure if this is gonna work well. And then you're just gonna roll. Boom. Oh God, we need more flour. We just roll it towards ourselves. Something like this, I don't fucking know what I'm doing. There we go. This looks like a sourdough loaf. Boom. Just like that, you have a loaf. Now, low-key, I ain't got one of those fancy like loaf thingies, so I'm just gonna put it back in here, but first we're gonna wash it. Alrighty, now that it's washed, you just wanna line it up with some flour. Now, I'm sure you can guess why, but between you and me, we just don't want it to stick. Oh well. Boop. Alrighty, look at that. Now, we just throw this motherfucker in here. Oh shit, there's some blueberry spillage. Now that it's done, we just let it rest for like an hour outside. And then we're gonna throw that motherfucker in the fridge for a bit. And then after about 6 to something hours, then we're gonna bake it. Let's go.
But why? Why do we put it in the fridge? Oh, I guess this is where I'm supposed to step in. Cold proofing slows down the fermentation process without stopping it completely. This gives gluten more time to relax and develop a deeper flavor compound. Breads that cold proof overnight genuinely taste more complex and acidic than ones baked the same day. The cold also helps the dough keep its shape, which means a better rise and a cleaner crust when baked. So yeah, we put it in the fridge.
We're back. So it's been yeah, you can see it's dark out now. Of course, guess what? I ain't no professional, so I ain't got no Dutch oven, none of that shit. So we're gonna do what's called an open bake. So I got my cast iron skillet here, you know what I'm saying? Boom. And we're gonna put a container of water in there just so it stays hydrated. Let's get this motherfucker over to the cast iron. Got this motherfucker in there now. I made a huge mistake. You're supposed to preheat whatever you're cooking it on. Look, you ain't do that. Oh, also, make sure to preheat your oven. Clip. And then, yeah, we wait for around 30 to 40 minutes for it to bake. Alrighty, looks like the loaf is done. So it's spread out a little bit more out rather than up, so it's a little flat. Moment of truth, we gotta slice into this motherfucker. I'm so hyped. No way. pretty decent. It looks like the berries are actually holes, but I don't think they actually. Boom, yeah, now it's a lot better lighting. And yeah, as you can see, it's a little dense around these areas. Like a little dense spot, but apart from that, like, it looks pretty decent. Look at this. I kind of already took the bite. It's sourdough. Again, I expected it to be dense as fuck. Wouldn't be able to eat it. But this I can work with. This I can work with. Bro, what the?
Okay, well, bye-bye. Okay.